Hello and welcome to my next mobile dungeon video. We are on World 1 and I thought about 17D2 about doing it with only epics, and it seems pretty hard to do it, but I thought about the one team comp that actually worked as a legendaries or with legendaries, and it was something like Breborg. Then you needed Graviator here and Lilith as well. So these three legendaries and then something like the Undead Dragon. So you basically have Brayburg stun, he got stun, Lilith got stun, and Undead Dragon has a stun. And with this guy with poison, you were basically able to beat the dungeon fight. But of course, only epics can get quite hard. So we will test out this full epic team and even without Joanna. So I'm not using Joanna. The reason for that is I don't really have space for her. This stun lock will only work if you can really stun him a lot. So I have the three epic heroes who can stun. I don't think like this guy can also stun a bit. Frankenstein, Orca could stun, for example, but they are all pretty useless except for their stun. So Golem could also stun, but he only got his ultimate and that's it. So this is my setup. This guy maybe could be good, but we will test out with this team comp, and to make it not as long, we will just go with easy. I can just spoiler that you will need resets with teams like this. So it's not like you clear it first try, anything like this. Also, of course, I have pretty decent gear here with my heroes. Also, a little twist, I made this guy pretty fast, so I gave him a lot of agility, but I will show you that after we tried this dungeon here. And the reason for that is because we have agility up, of course, and we don't have something like Lilith to manipulate AP in order to make him attack before the enemies. I just gave him some agility. He's a deaf hero, so he's pretty slow. That's pretty much the reason behind it. Rapunzel, the choice for Rapunzel is you need to stun, you need agility up. That's really important. And she can stun 90% chance with her secondary. Also, she got crystal resistance, which is also pretty good. And if you have talents, you can also stun with her primary, but that's pretty unlikely because you also need yeah, a lot of luck. The enemy, of course, the end boss is light and she's light, so it will not trigger that often. The good thing about Volinator is that he can remove debuffs. That's why he's super important. Like you can argue about the Desert Ranger maybe, that she's not needed, although I really like her. You can argue even about the Alien. I mean, you need Bound, but still you can maybe figure out some other heroes with Bound as well. Since you already have Poison, you could go for other heroes as well. But yeah, we will try this out here. We will just go with this. Now I need to hit the stun. Perfect. And this guy will give me just ultimate. I could save it up a little bit, but yeah, doesn't really matter, I guess. I hope, because right now my goal is to stun him with this. Yes, if this one will not work, you can just reset. But yeah, it worked, and he's just dead. So this is perfect. I am there with full HP. And now what I want to do is give him bound. Then I want to stun him already, I think. Yeah, it didn't work, so I could reset, but I will still try. So I will use the stun there. Now I will remove debuffs, and that is pretty unlucky that I removed the wrong debuff. But we will keep going. let's hope for a stun here. No, it didn't happen. So this is our first reset. That was pretty unlucky. But it's not looking too bad, to be honest. I think you don't need to reset like crazy. So let's see again. So we won't bound. We will save up the stun here and use this stun instead. Remove, and we got rid of the optimal stuff here. Now we can try to stun. Didn't happen again, but he could stun as well. Also didn't happen. So in this case, I could just restart it, but we will try anyway. Now I think it will not even matter. Now I could hit stun again. Didn't happen again, but you can see I got the stun there. That is good. So he's just dying with poison. I can stun again. No, it didn't happen. I can poison. Doesn't really matter. He's dead now because of poison. Poison is so powerful here. And that's it. That was pretty unlucky, to be honest, for this boss fight. But it still worked out. Of course, my heroes have pretty decent gear. So you have to keep that in mind. I wanted to just show you my Volinator here. I just give him agility. And yeah, I have full talents, stuff like this. That's not how you usually have your heroes. But also, like, some items are just randomly here. Healing effectiveness. He's basically there to have this stun chance. You really need stuns. You can just restart the fight. And this one is also really, really important. This would also help to get preservation on 2 guys. So he's a must-have. And Rapunzel, I think, is really good because of the stun before the boss fight. So there are like 2 bosses, and the first one you also have to stun somehow, and she really helps there. Also, crit resistance is nice, and if you have talents, like full talents on her, you can stun with this one, but that's pretty unlikely. Also, she can deal death down, which can be important. So if you have 2 or more debuffs, death down is inflicted, which is pretty nice. Desert Ranger, as I said, I just have a full accuracy, like helmet knots, but the rest, I think, the rest is agility. This one is not even accuracy, so I don't have the optimal gear on her, but this one has. So Desert Ranger, I really like her stun. Also this one steals AP for each hit on debuffed enemies. So that really helped me in the last fight. And you just don't have space for Joanne, to be honest, with this kind of team comp. You could think about, no, you need those 3 stunners, and this guy, by the way, I built him full tank. He's only there for poisoning, and he must survive some healing effectiveness. So you could give him just some random gear, like I have the perfect weapon for him with healing effectiveness. I just built him full defense here, and that really, really helps to survive. He's not there for damage, or his damage is basically poison. So that worked out quite well. So let's just try it on hard. Hards can be quite tricky, maybe. Also, if the first wave has like 2 mercies, you can just restart, because yeah, it will not work out. But Volinator is pretty much a must-have. Dr. Volinator, no, Volinator is a must-have. Dr. Pestilence is a must-have. Those 2. Rapunzel, in my opinion, will be necessary for this team comp with only stunning. Like you need Rapunzel for this. Desert Ranger, as I said, you couldn't think about one of the other stunners if you don't have her. I mean, she was in only 1 banner yet. So if you have like a legendary, for example, Undead Dragon would be perfect instead of Desert Ranger. Like if you have Undead Dragon or 1 legendary, just use Undead Dragon instead. So if you don't have like a full epic team, I mean, you shouldn't have a full epic team anymore anyway. Like this was meta a long time ago, but right now you just want to have one legendary at least. So ideally, you just switch Desert Ranger off with Undead Dragon and you have no problem at the boss at all. Undead Dragon would be so much better for this. And also bound heroes, you don't really need Alien. I like him for the death down and his bound, but you can use other heroes, as I said. Black Skull, Mage, for example, but the problem with her is she will take way more damage because she's Shadow. So it can be quite tricky, but there are like other options than this team. Of course, if you have Undead Dragon, you don't really need the bound as well, so you can just get rid of him. So maybe if you have less talents and less gear, you will struggle a little bit more. So you could do Undead Dragon instead of Desert Ranger, and instead of Alien, then you could do any damage legendary hero, for example. Maybe we can just try with Prellbock. Prellbock is like the perfect example, of course, because he can just stun the enemies as well. So stun is like the key spell, so to speak, for this boss fight. But yeah, we are already here on the next boss attempt, so you might want to also restart this fight a few times. Because if you are unlucky and he just deals too much damage to you, you don't hit stuns. Now I hit it, all the stuns, that's perfect. So ideally I would like to have, yeah, this is like perfect. I have crit resistance, I have def up. Like this is the perfect setup for this boss fight here. So we will do the bound again, we will do this, we will stun him. We will remove one debuff. We will poison him. No healing yet. Steal AP again. Bound again. Stun. Didn't happen. You could restart now, as I said, but this stun hit it. Now I can heal. And he's basically dead from poison. Okay, this was a lucky stun as well. But yeah, you can see poison damage is just insane. He just dies only with poison. He's stunned again. Like you see the idea behind this team. Pretty cool. Full epic team. So we will go in with heroes like Undead Dragon and Prellbock now to test it out. I mean, why do I have creator coins if I don't use them on videos like this, right? And so we will just align the Undead Dragon. There we go. We also have Prellbock right now. So we will just click the best because I want to simulate, of course, not with the like most excellent gear. Like I will do this boss damage, healing effectiveness. I will do like full random stuff here. Maybe some damage here. Behavior editor. I have to use my ultimate, of course, first, and Prellbock as well. I don't want to use these items. Okay, he will equip this with best, but we don't really want him. We can just try to do like this stuff, but then we will go full tank just to make it a little bit more, yeah, to not make it too easy here. Like 10k attack damage seems to be okay for Prellbock. I think, yeah, this is nice. My behavior editor is set. So let's try out the other team as well. We go on easy again. I don't want to overdo this video. So this is the other team comp. If you don't have full epics, if you're just here for the full epic gameplay, you can quit now. Like this will be my last attempt here with legendaries. Also, if you have pumpkin skies, even without damage, I mean 10k damage with the pumpkin skies is doable. It's pretty much doable. So I think this is pretty good simulated to have this a little bit to like normal accounts here. Yeah, you can just activate his Hellfire modus pretty fast, and this is important. This is what you need to do on the boss fight before the enemies. Like, even if they survive here, doesn't really matter, because we get so much healing from his ultimate. Yeah, we will get so much healing here. So we will just wait here. There's also one heal that you can save up. If you're really tryharding, you could save up that heal. So you will use it just before you go to the boss fight. And let's see. I think this guy with tank items, pretty good. If you don't play him tank items, I know that he might die pretty often. Or quite often. This is what when I tried it on World 2 like a few months ago. He seemed to have issues with surviving, and if you just build him a little bit tanky, it's pretty cool. He's just there. You saw in the last video that you basically just want to yeah, stun the enemies, and he will die with poison only. So now we will stun. We will remove one debuff. We will do burn, do this healing. Now I will prepare Hellfire modus. This is not ideal, but he's stunned anyway, poisoned. We got Hellfire modus, we got agility up, we got death up, and he's dead. Perfect. Like, this is how you want to set up. I think this is like way easier anyway than with full epics. But maybe you have only epics. So yeah, we will stun here. We can use the heal. I mean, he will take a bit of damage, but yeah, he's stunned now. This didn't work. This didn't work. So I will take some damage now. That's fine. You see just the damage there. Now he's stunned again. He still got poison. He's still stunned. But I don't have poison anymore. So let's see if this team comp can somehow kill him. We will find out. Like, this is pretty much just yeah, stun locking him. Pretty easy, even with so much going like wrong in this fight. So there are some team comps that you can use. You don't need muzen. You don't need like perfect heroes. Like, stun is pretty much the key. I really think you don't need Joanna. This guy here really deals is like this guy is really important, and you all can have him because he's in the normal banner here. You can just boost him a few times. This guy is pretty important. You don't need him if you have Undead Dragon. Also, Undead Dragon is most likely that you will have him at some point. So you don't need Krampus, you don't need all that stuff. Volinator is pretty much a must-have. You can think about not having Rapunzel, then you have just to restart more often because you need to hit his stun here. You can play like Aqualon instead. Like, that's okay, you don't need it, you need agility up somehow, so you need Aqualon. You could go Candy, but I think Aqualon is better because of Death Down. So there are a lot of options to do it. As I said, this guy maybe even like, no, he doesn't stun, right? Against the shield. No, he was just annoying with preservation. He has no stun. But yeah, I hope this helped you if you struggled on this dungeon still. And I will see you in my next video.